everybody, this is the astrology, brief astrology before the weekly readings for April 1st through the 7th. Okay, now there's only two things that's really happening this week. Okay, the first thing we have, Aries is in the sun. Okay, Aries is in the sun, which talks about new beginnings, and it talks about rebirth of things. Okay, there it is. So with these two cards falling out, I'm hearing that it has to do with rebirth of the heart. Okay, so opening up of emotions, lots of new relationships, not lots of new things that are happening are now going through the growth phase. Okay, so they're either going to grow or they're not going to grow. This is where they get stronger or they get weaker around this time. Okay, you're seeing the beauty in, it's like you're seeing the beauty in a situation, and you got that fire up under you right now when it comes to love this week. Okay, so the next thing that's happening is Mercury is in retrograde. So Mercury in retrograde means that there is, problems with communication. Same old. Okay, this actually is going on. Both of these transits are going on from this week to next week, actually. So they're both going to be the same. But with Mercury in retrograde, look at that. Look at that. It's going to feel like things are falling apart, okay? You're going to be focusing on the past, wishing that the past would come back or things would get better. But really, honestly, and truly, it's about your confidence and self-esteem right now. I feel like things aren't actually as bad as you think they are. It just kind of feels that way because of Mercury being in retrograde and people not knowing how to communicate or people not knowing how to express themselves correctly, okay? So this is a good time in relationships or other situations in your life to build more friendships, okay? Those last longer. A good relationship built on friendship is the best relationship, right? So this is going to help you in the future get out of hard challenges and hard problems with each other because you're friends first before you're lovers. So during these next 2 weeks, be very, very patient with each other, okay? You're going to have to be patient during this week. I know it doesn't feel like you want to, but there's a lot of patience here because people are doing a lot of rebuilding. Things are being broken down and you're developing things that are stronger, okay? So we're going to go into your readings for the week. This is, I'm going to put this video for both weeks because it's the same. So it'll be 1st through the 7th and the 8th through the 14th. I'll see you guys next week. I love you very much. Love and light. Bye-bye. Hello guys, this is your reading for April 8th through the 14th, and we're going to start with the element of fire. So the first sign that we're going to do today is Aries. So Spirit, what do you have for Aries? What would you like them to know for April 8th through 14th? Be aware of or pay attention to at this time. Ten of Pentacles in reverse, Queen of Swords, the World, Three of Cups, Page of Cups in reverse, Knight of Pentacles. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Empress in the upright, and you also have the Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay, guys. So with these two cards, I just noticed I didn't light my candle, so give me a second. Awesome. Okay. So with the two cards in your overall energy, this week you're trying to get your mind together, okay? Getting yourself untrapped and thinking of the possibilities, okay? Almost empowering yourself. You're feeling good. growth is involved this week. You have the opportunity for growth. You have the opportunity to walk into something that is completely abundant. And with it being a major arcana card, it's something that's given to you by the universe, meaning that it is something that is being given to you like an opportunity. Okay. So looking at your cards, it looks as though you've been putting off work, okay? Putting off work or putting off things that just don't fit right with your needs, okay? And focusing more on friends, family, having a good time, mostly on celebrating. And this is a week of you being more focused on your emotion, okay? It's very interesting because next to the Page of Cups, these two cards tell me that you're having a good time, but it's nothing that you want to keep around for a long time, okay? It means that the kind of fun that you're having is just for now, right? It looks like you just want to have fun for now because you may be feeling stuck in the growth of work or just in working period, and you need to have some fun. If you're dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn in your life, okay, it may feel like both of you are not on the same page, okay? And it feels like there is some ending going on here, but I feel like you're going to have a conversation about it, okay, to stop it from happening. And that's what this energy is. You're getting yourself untrapped from a lot of things that you didn't want to deal with, so you can see the abundance or the beauty in whatever those things were, okay? If you're dealing with a Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, I see that there were problems in the past with you all coming together. But you seem to be good after having a really good conversation, and you're putting those things to an end so you can start something new in the relationship. There is an ending to childish behavior or not communicating properly where things felt like they were being stuck, okay? And I feel like right now you're focusing more on having fun, more on celebrating, more on doing things together than focusing strictly on the relationship and where things are going, okay? So this is just a time where you're having more fun. Seeing the beauty in life and not being so trapped in your own thoughts and really like getting out there. You're perceiving the joy within your life instead of seeing the areas where you're stuck in, okay? Ace of Wands in reverse, Eight of Cups in reverse, and the Hierophant in reverse. So you're going against how you usually do things, okay? Because things weren't working out in your life, okay? I feel like there were delays. You weren't able to get the passion or growth in any in work, in your relationship if you're dealing with this Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, and you're changing all of these things around. You're walking back into a situation with a new way of looking at things. You're putting an end to the old. Okay, you're doing a revamping of things, changing your beliefs, changing the way that you look at things so things can get better. You don't want to feel stuck anymore. You may feel stuck in the growth. It's like you and this person are definitely not on the same path when it comes to growing the relationship, but you're willing to give it another chance. I feel like you're definitely putting it into something. You're putting it into... You may also be putting it into a relationship, okay, and just having fun with your friends or going out. But I see you definitely putting it into something that you perceive it's time to let go of. You have Innocence, which is a beautiful card. This card talks about it not being anyone's fault. Sometimes it's just time for things to happen. This is a card about everyone being guilt-free in a situation. Everyone has a sense of innocence here, okay? The other person may feel feel like it's you. You may feel like it's them, but they don't see your side. And that's what that's about. Keeping a sense of innocence within the situation, okay? Okay, next we have Leo. Spirit, what do you have for Leo? What would you like for them to know, pay attention to, or be aware of at the time of April 8th through 14th? What would you like them to know, pay attention to, or be aware of at this time? April 8th through 14th. Okay, Leos. 7 of Swords, Judgment, 6 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands in reverse, 3 of Swords in reverse, and the 4 of Cups. On the bottom of the deck, you have the 7 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups, okay? This week, you're going to be working on putting joy in your life, okay? You're going to be looking at the things that you're investing time in and possibly changing the way that you invest time into things, okay? Into certain people in your life. But I also feel that you are looking for happiness and joy within your life because this is that time. You're starting to get a little bit even more happy about the things that you're putting your time and energy into, okay? Which is good. Now, I see you trying to gather yourself, okay? You're trying to gather yourself on the judgments that you have made in your life. And instead of thinking about the sadness or thinking about where things can go wrong, you're focusing more on the happiness of things. You may be in a relationship with someone and they're giving a lot more to you now, which is making it easier for you to make the judgments. It's like, I'm almost feeling like you don't have to do it by yourself. And because for so long you have been with negative communication or things not happening the way that it should be happening, you're able to see now that it's okay for you to give. It's okay for you to receive, okay? This is a time of healing. You're starting to see that you're in a time of healing. You don't have to separate yourself from a certain person or a situation now. You can now begin to become something, okay? I feel like you are starting to see that this person is giving more and that they really want to try. And with the overall energy being this way, the investment is making you happy. It's like you're becoming a family or you're coming together. You're in a happy time in a sense. Please be aware, though, that you are healing. Things are just not going to happen overnight. Things are just not perfect overnight. You are in a healing process and you cannot forgive that. In this situation, there needs to be a bit of give and take, which means that you also have to give, but you also have to realize that there is an amount to which you give. There are habits from you that you tend to give a lot more than you should give. Okay, that's fairly obvious in the cards. You have the 9 of Swords in reverse, the Hermit, the Magician in reverse. You are gaining your self-confidence and your power within a situation where you didn't have the power, where you were relying on someone else to make the decisions, okay? You are regaining your power, your status, where you had separated yourself mentally or physically from an individual. You're not worried and anxious anymore that you have to save yourself, you know? Like you have to be the one to pay attention in case something happens. It's like you're starting to come out of that and gain control over yourself and the situation. You're not making any crazy moves, okay? Which is good. Don't do that. But it's time for you to actually see. If you have to go within or take some time to see where there is giving in a situation, where there needs to be more work on a particular situation, this will be a good week to do that. Why? Because someone is willing to put in the investment for happiness. Okay, and you are too as well. And I see that there's a good balance with emotion, so you're not all with your emotion or too much thinking. Okay. All right. Be careful of people talking behind your back. Okay. Be careful of that. Be careful of someone seeming as though everything is fine now, that they have made the call that everything will be fine, and you're giving so much to this situation or relationship that you don't see what's happening. Okay, that's another storyline that I see here. Don't give up your power to someone who doesn't deserve it by putting your guard down. Cleanse and detoxify is your card. Okay? So this is about cleansing the old things. Okay? For those of you who are healing with someone, it's time for you to realize that you are healing and that things are getting better. For those of you who are in a relationship where you need to get rid of someone, it's like cleaning out that past that everything is perfect when it's really not. It's just time for you to see things clearly, to see things differently through a different light. You're in a process of regaining your power, and you need to be careful of the type of judgments that you will be making this week. With the Hermit coming up close to the Six of Pentacles, there's some aspect about this giving that you need to pay attention to. There's something that you don't see or that they don't want you to see. Okay? All right. So last but not least, we have Sagittarius. Okay, Spirit, what do you have for Sagittarius? What would you like for them to know for April 8th through 14th? What would you like them to be aware of, pay attention to at this time of April 8th through 14th? Okay. You have the Hermit in reverse, the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Page of Cups, the Devil, Seven of Swords in reverse, and the Seven of Cups. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Page of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. You may be thinking of leaving a job with this overall energy, okay? Because you're not getting what is deserving of you, and you're a very eager person that likes to learn. Okay. Some of you may just be starting a new project and it's slowing down, or there's a need to stop the project. But there's something to be learned here through the rest is the main storyline. Okay. So if you stop a job, there's something better that's going to come to you. There's something that you need to see. You have an eagerness to build something out of rest. So if you leave, you're leaving to go to something better or find something better. It's just like you're moving forward, okay, through a rest. So what I see here is, I feel like if this has to do with career, which is what I'm feeling, that you're tired of seeing the best in a situation. It doesn't seem to be something that is good for you, being close to the Devil here. And you're starting to see it for what it is. It feels as though you are a person that should be highly paid, or that you've been in this particular career for a long time and you should be getting paid more, but you don't have control over the situation. Okay, so what you're going to do is try to get out of that now, and that's what you're looking into. You're looking into getting out of that. You have the best intentions. Your heart is full for yourself, but you're confused about where to go because this is something completely new. And now you're following your passions and your joys instead of where money is going to take you, because that's where you're moving forward in. And for some of you, it looks like finances, okay, is what you're into. You may be thinking of starting your own financial company, but that means that you're going to have to start from scratch, which means that you won't be under a particular individual. You'll be doing it alone. You're definitely coming out of your head and you're tired of thinking of things too much. You're not going to let this hold on to you. I can definitely see this. You may be confused on where to go. There's so many options, but all of them look good. But you definitely want to be with the one that's going to truly make you happy. The direction that is truly going to put you on a path of happiness, because that's where you want to be. You may be thinking of going back to an old career or an old way that you did things when it comes to your finances. I do see that you're thinking of the old way of life, how things were better in the past, and that's what you're trying to get back. That's what you're trying to leave to get back to. You are afraid that you're not going to have enough money to live a certain lifestyle, but you have to have faith. You have to have faith in the choices that you make with the careers that you want to go into. You're trying to heal yourself, but you want to make the best decisions. You don't want to get back into the same situation. I do see that there will be an offer, or plenty of offers for you to choose from. You have the best intentions. Be aware, though, of someone who's making something sound really perfect. Okay? Yeah, be aware of that. But one of these options are good options this week. One of these options is a really good option. Yep. Is a perfect option for you. Okay. It's the one, and it's the one that draws more not passion, but it draws more synchronicity with your plans in life and how you want to live currently. Okay. And it's also going to sound really good too, but you're a little confused on what to take. So if you're looking for a job opportunity, you will have one this week. When you least expect it, is what I'm hearing. But I feel like you're having a hard time making decisions, and you're having a hard time choosing because you live a certain lifestyle, or you need to pay a certain amount of bills, and you want to make sure that you're able to do that. Innocence. Aries also got this card. Okay. Innocence means that this is a guilt-free situation. It means that don't blame your employer. Don't blame whoever you're leaving or walking away from. Okay. This is just a part of what Spirit has for you. They want you to move on to something better. And it's not because where you are is crappy. They may not be treating you right either, but it's more about Spirit guiding you where you need to be. Because you've been thinking about it for a long time, but you felt trapped there. You felt trapped there because maybe you were just used to it. Maybe you thought you couldn't do better. But you're definitely getting yourself untrapped. So that's very good this week. I do see that you carry a lot of burdens because you're so eager for bigger and better things. You may need to take a rest from that and see what actually needs to be done. Okay? So thank you so much for listening, and I will see you next week. I love you very much, guys. Love and light. Bye-bye.